Oh man, so Algorand is now available on Cardano. We've had a tweet from Charles Hodgkinson even showing the case, and we've seen TVL fly for this layer 1 project. In this video, I'm going to break down the fundamental updates. We're also going to take a deep dive into the technicals, and I'm going to share my latest price target on Algorand. Now, if you like that, smash on the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. As always, check out the links in the description. If you want to buy Algorand, you can do so using BYBIT or BITGET. Links in the description. And as you can see, Charles Hodgkinson tweeted, and by the power of transitivity, Algorand is now on Cardano. Now, what does he mean? Well, what he's referring to is the tweet he quoted at the bottom here, platform called Milkomeda, okay? Now, what this has provided a layer 2 scaling solution, okay? So it's an A1 rollup, which basically allows them to be compatible between the two platforms. Now, this is driving huge TVL growth for Algorand, which we're seeing huge growth in the amount of funds being locked up on the Algorand chain. We're going to take a look to see what does this mean for the price action and what could this mean, because Algorand has just produced an all-time high on TVL during the midst of a bear market where many other great projects, TVL, are falling to the downside. Now, incidentally, I was just checking this directly on DeFi Llama. I think it's glitching. Do comment below if you know what's going on here. We saw it post its all-time high, which is when we took the screenshot, but I've seen this big wick down here. It looks like a glitch in their system, but again, if you guys know about that or if you see it fixing itself, let me know in the comments below. Algorand is sitting here at 30 cents. Okay, 30 cents, super close to the bottom levels at around 28 cents. And that's the level I've got for my dollar cost average in here at 28 cents. Now, for those who aren't familiar, I will link up a few videos during this video in the cards above for you to catch up on what Algorand is. But in essence, it's a layer 1 scaling solution that is proven from a technical point, from a technological point, it is absolutely first class. And the concerns I've always held with Algorand, I've been very candid about them on this channel here. And I do hold a bag of Algorand. I never sold them, but there were many points where I was disappointed throughout 2021 and particularly 2022 with their lack of progress. But what they have done here towards the back end, and we covered this off, right? When they brought Stacey Warden in, when they made some changes with their team, they identified that marketing was their weak point. Biz dev and partnerships was their weak point. I'm really pleased to say they have made progress. And in my video, where I was really close to selling at one point, well, I wasn't really, but I mean, I was really pondering and I said, look, I'm going to give them this chance. If they can figure out this marketing piece, then we're good to go. And they're starting to figure it out. They've brought these corporate minds in. They've got the FIFA partnership. So I think they're going to be set up for a really nice Q4. Even if the rest of the market is pretty subdued, I can expect a few interesting pumps from Algorand, given the attention they're going to get with FIFA and the things going on in that as well. Now with this, with Charles Hodgkinson tweeting, Algorand is now available on Cardano. That is huge. Not just for Cardano, which is not EVM compatible, but the Milkomeda also allows you to then have a bridge across to EVM, Ethereum virtual machine capabilities as well. So this is huge. This is a huge thing. Do not underestimate how this allows more on-ramps onto Algorand. What I wanted to look at, therefore, is a few interesting things. And just to catch you up on this as well, Algorand is pure proof of stake. It has great throughput, but more importantly, it has really good block finality. And this is something that a lot of people skip over. A lot of layer 1 blockchains claim to cover off the blockchain trilemma, right? We're decentralized, we're secure, and we're scalable. Those are the 3 prongs of the blockchain trilemma. Now, many claim to do that. But what Algorand also do is they've got great block finality. Now, what that means is if you're buying a coffee with Bitcoin right now and you go buy that coffee, you could be waiting for a very long time before that gets recorded to the ledger, right? To the blockchain. Now, many other layer 1 blockchains are similar. It takes a very long time to finalize. Even though the TPS, transactions per second, is very high, finality is a lot longer. And we cover this off in videos as well. I'll link those up for you guys to go watch. But Algorand is almost instantaneous and it's getting better with the things they're working on as well. You can use this in a real case and you're not having to wait there at a petrol pump before your Bitcoin or whatever other Solana or whatever else you're using registers to the blockchain minutes later. Now, let's come back onto the price action. As we can see here on the daily chart, bring out the EMA ribbon. You can see we're back below our EMA ribbon. It looks like we want an impulse wave to 28 cents. Now, it's important to caveat this. This market is completely led by Bitcoin right now, and Bitcoin is being led by the NASDAQ. Okay, very important in the midst of this bear market. That is the situation we're in. And right now, if I take a quick glance over to Bitcoin, I won't spend too long in here. We're in a big descending triangle, which I've shared with you, but within there, we're in this head and shoulders pattern. And this head and shoulders pattern could be the catalyst for us to break the bottom of the white line here at the bottom of the triangle to the downside. So that's something I'm watching out for. And if that does play out, what does that therefore mean for Algorand? What that means for me is we could be getting back to some of these cheaper price points lower down here on Algorand. So that's definitely something I want to watch here, is can we get down to some of these price points, maybe back down here at that 27, 28 mark, and even lower, will it head down to 21? But there's, 21 is far below the June lows, which is very interesting. The June lows for Algorand are around that 27, 28 mark, is correlated to the Bitcoin low at 17,600. So those are the levels I'm working with here. 21 would be if Bitcoin really goes and tests 17,600, maybe even losing it, then you might get some really cheap price points at 21. But otherwise, we're seeing some really important support here at 28 cents. Now, zooming up, what is our price target? Well, if I take the swing low to swing high here on Algorand, and you can see all our messy drawings here from all the time that we've been monitoring Algorand, you can see that the golden pocket, the 0.618 to 0.65 mark, gets you to a comfortable $1.70 to $1.77 on Algorand, which is a huge risk to return, right? It's over a 5x here. Just to get back to it, this is saying you're not even getting back to all-time high. If we then project that to say, okay, let's get to it, let's ignore the wicks, let's just get to this close here, the highest close we've had, that's at $2.38. Okay, so again, these, for me, are very comfortable levels. Algorand, the project where it is today, is far better than it was there. And even then, it was exciting. At this point, when it was running up in the bull market, Algorand was a very good technologically enabled project. That's all it was. It was a very almost like geeky project. Everybody knew that the tech was, well, no, everybody didn't know. But the people who did know knew that the tech was awesome. But nobody knew about it. It didn't have the hype of a Cardano. It didn't have the social community of a Cardano. It didn't have the social community of even a Solana. Even Phantom has a great self-built community. Algorand had nothing. There was just a small group of people talking about Algorand, and we were one of those channels doing that over a year ago here on this channel when I started making videos. With their new corporate strategy, are starting to learn from their mistakes, and they are starting to make the right partnership and the biz dev partnerships, which will allow them to become a little bit more mainstream. I think in the next bull run, that's going to set them up far better. And also doing partnerships like they've just done there in terms of the A1 roll-up that allows them to be therefore be interoperable with Cardano and EVM, it's a huge game changer. So the project here, where you're sat here at 30 cents, is nowhere near the same hit as it was at $2.38. It's far superior. So for me, getting back to those all-time highs at $2.38, I think that is a very comfortable situation to be. And then I'm looking at a little bit more of an exciting target, and that is your Fibonacci extension. So if you take the Fibonacci extension, the 1.618, which is a golden ratio level, and again, if you don't understand what these Fibonacci ratios mean, please take advantage of the free TA course. I can't keep explaining every single thing in every video. That is why I just made the course available for free. It's worth thousands of dollars, but it's just free. Links in the description. Go use it. Go watch it. Take notes. So that way, when I'm showing you a head and shoulders pattern, if I'm showing you a Fibonacci retracement, I don't have to explain it every time. I can assume you guys have all caught up, understand those basics, so move on to some of the more advanced stuff. To a price target of $4, right? So that brings you to that price target up here of $4, which is really exciting when you're looking at a coin, which is at 30 cents right now, with great, not just potential, but a great project, great tech, and good partnerships now. So really exciting project for me here on Algorand. One I continue to hold a big position in as part of my layer one section of my portfolio, and one I continue to back. Yes, their marketing was lack. Yes, it continues to be weaker than many other projects. I mean, I look at Polygon Matic and go, imagine you had some of those biz dev partnerships. You applied that on top of Algorand. The bit I've not even spoken about is CBDCs. I've not even spoken about how powerful Algorand could be with the ISO standards and how they've got compliance on their side. I've not spoken about how green they are. I've not spoken about how, the energy consumption is so low on Algorand. I've not spoken about the fact that they've got layer 1 and layer 2 built into Algorand, sorry. This is a huge platform and definitely one that I continue to back and believe in. Of course, do your own research. And again, if you want to buy any of the cryptocurrencies we mentioned in the videos, you can do so using BYBIT or BitGet, links in the description. Algorand really making some moves here, breaking ground on TVL and creating some new partnerships that allow Algorand to be available on Cardano. Let me know your thoughts on this project and let me know if you're stacking or if you're selling or avoiding. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to go watch this video here, and I'll see you in the next one.